been through a plethora of truly disturbing subjects on this channel, starting with child abuse, ending with all sorts of crime and punishment. However, we've never touched upon addiction before and what it can do to a human being. Welcome, this is Check That Book, and let me introduce you to Requiem for a Dream. Hubert Selby Jr.'s Requiem for a Dream follows the lives of 3 people, actually 4, because one of them is a couple, in New York, feeding their addiction and showcasing the consequences of said actions, and being very, very descriptive of their inner thoughts, inner struggles. I believe this is a book, I'm not going to spoil it for you, I believe this is the sort of book that needs to be obligatory at school, starting from a certain age. This is a sad but necessary read, in my opinion. Addictions can vary, of course, naturally starting from something light, such as caffeine or sugar, ending with the heaviest of drugs, well, such as heroin, like in this case. But what was one of the most interesting moments to me personally is the storyline of Sarah, one of our main characters, who was struggling with dietary pills, whose goal was to lose weight. And to me personally also, this is a showcase of very poor psychiatric treatment, and also how people fail to seek help when they truly need to. This book will be difficult to a lot of readers, especially those who have no clue about psychology and the psychology of addicts per se, and also for those who have never experienced any sort of addiction, which is why proceed with caution and try not to be judgmental while reading this book. It is difficult. I could view it from the perspective of somebody who also struggled with a wee form of addiction, not narcotics, legally prescribed drugs actually, which is also quite dangerous. Anything can be addictive, as a matter of fact. So, reading this book, you could easily note to yourself that, whoa, that's the moment when you needed to stop or you needed to seek help. Can't you see you're killing yourself? Isn't it obvious? Well, that's the thing. It's not obvious to those people. But what's more frightening is that their loved ones and the people who surround them also very often don't interfere. Please do intervene if you can. I mean, of course, if you don't want to be helped, then you will not receive said help. Naturally, it comes from your own desire. But if it is necessary to push you forward, then do it. If you see someone struggle with addiction or any sort of psychotic disorder, just act upon it. I mean, you can do your bare minimum if you care for the person. The rest, of course, depends on the said person themselves and the quality of the help they will receive. In this case, well, the addicts do receive help by the end, sort of. But the lives are already ruined and the consequences are already there. One of the characters loses a limb, another character loses a dignity, and another character loses his freedom, and the other one her sanity. Well, you should read for yourself. The book does a good job in allowing us a deeper dive into the thoughts of addicts, how the process of becoming an addict even, and how they genuinely believe that all of the setbacks in life that they're facing are just temporary and they will all automatically go away, magically disappear once they've done this or that or achieved a certain point in their lives. But in order to do that, they need another hit, just one last time. And then there's another last time. And then there's another last time, and another, and another. Of course, it's impossible to talk about this book without mentioning the eponymous movie by Darren Aronofsky. Yes, go watch the film. Of course, I cannot not recommend it. It is a well done film, and it follows the book pretty closely. I would like to also take a moment to briefly discuss the subject of pill addiction and medical addiction. This might sound like a conspiracy to a certain degree because those pills are prescribed to us usually by the authorized personnel, by somebody with proper knowledge and education. Your doctor prescribes you a pill and leaves you to it. That's a bad doctor right there. In psychology, psychiatry, if you are prescribed something, especially if it affects your nervous system, anti-anxiety, antidepressants, etc., there is always a supplementary therapy. You need to visit your doctor. There are checkups, there are follow-ups. A doctor should never leave you alone with the pills. This is not how things are done. Trust me, I know I've studied this, but I mean, just do not put your faith in the pill alone. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying don't take them. If you're prescribed something, of course, naturally, follow your doctor's orders, but never put your faith in the medicine alone. There's always a supervision required, and in this case with Sarah, one of our main characters, the doctor starts to take interest in her by the end already, when it's actually too late. You get institutionalized and your life is ruined. Woohoo. So I would just like to point out that as somebody who's been through a similar situation myself with some medications, I strongly encourage you not to just blindly swallow pills and go with it. This is not how things are working. This is not how it's done. I mean, most of us adequate people understand that. We should know. But just in case, especially the younger generation today who strives to be thinner, who strives to be thicker, I don't know what they strive for anymore half the time, and everybody seems depressed, everybody seems to have some sort of a disorder. Well, to a certain degree, that is true. Our youth is struggling, and I can see why. Our capitalistic world is not an easy one to live in, and I would totally blame the system, but that's not what this channel is about. So my goal is also, besides recommending you a good book, my goal is to encourage you to seek help, and if you don't receive help somewhere, go to another place. Just don't let it be. Don't abandon it. Don't abandon yourself. Because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. And your loved ones, but they won't be able to help you unless you're willing to be helped. I felt like I needed to convey that message today. Yes, go read the book, Requiem for a Dream. And if you're more of a movie person, that's okay. I also would recommend half the time on this channel some decent movie adaptations, like the previous video, The Painted Bird. Yeah, there's nothing much to say about it really, because addiction is happening right now to the vast majority of our population in one form or another. It's a good movie to raise awareness, in my not so humble opinion. thank you so much for watching this short introduction to Requiem for a Dream. Consider giving this video a boost in the form of an erect thumb and a subscription, perhaps. Take care of yourselves, and don't do drugs, kids. Unless you're cool like me. Just kidding. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and be aware. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.